Sorry about that interruption, guys. Chewy had to go out. I apologize. But anyway, back to where we were. So, near future, you got the Emperor and the Empress. And what I quickly said before we were interrupted, this is divine counterparts, okay? Again, I did see a lot to do with a miracle. Some of you are going to feel like you've met somebody and it's like they're the person you've been waiting for your entire life. All right. This does not come out very often, especially together like this. Absolutely crazy. So whether you are a male or a female, lots of you may be mothers or fathers, okay? Some of you are soon going to be mothers and fathers if you're not already, or you may plan to have more children with this person. Take what resonates. But if you are somebody that does not want to have any more or any babies at all, please be very careful when you are doing your physical activities, okay? But because the Empress is also very, very fertile, but also very nurturing, loving, creative. You like balance in your relationships, whether you're a male or a female. And lots of you also have the great, it's like tenacity, it's leadership. Lots of you are great when it comes to being authoritative. All right. Again, some of you may be getting some kind of promotion, getting more responsibility at work, things like that. Some of you are actually going to start your own business, and you may be starting your business with this person. So take that if it resonates. That's very exciting. But these are divine counterparts. These are people that were meant to be for their entire life, whether that is romantic. For most of you, this is romance. Some of you, this is a business partner, okay? That is something to look forward to, okay? The Empress, Libra or Taurus, and the Emperor is Aries, all right? That's very exciting. Whether it is business or romantic, it's a partnership that message. Maybe you're getting a message soon. Again, everything happens for a reason. But you mesh well together is what I was trying to articulate. Okay. Advice. What's Gemini's advice? What is Gemini's advice? Bottom of the deck, the Nine of Wands. You being resilient through all of this, having persistence and the courage to get through this, and I know you do. You do. You can do this because it's a test of your faith and your boundaries. And what are you willing to, I'm hearing, put up with? I'm going back to you needing to know your value, Gemini. Deserving better. Advice for Gemini. Popped right out the Seven of Cups. And again, this all has to do with you starting a brand new chapter. Yes, it's going to be a lot of choices. So that is overwhelming. Which way do I go? And it can cause a lack of focus, being confused because of the options that you have laid out in front of you. But these options are also opportunities, choices, all right? You have so many choices, and this is your advice. You have so many choices ahead of you. Again, lots of you are going through moving. I'm also seeing something to do with somebody either that you're dealing with Again, whether this is a friendship or if this is romantically, whatever it is, but I'm seeing like masks. There's also a snake here, which I don't like. Okay. It brings me back to the Seven of Swords that we saw. Someone being deceitful, not being honest, not telling the truth, wearing a mask. Environment. What's Gemini's environment? Gemini's environment. Bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Cups. Interesting, because this could be taken a few ways, okay? So this has to do with celebration, friendship. Could be going to an event, a party, a wedding, birthday, whatever the case may be. This could have to do with drinking a little bit too much. Take that if it resonates. It could also have to do with someone being overly involved in your relationship, whether that's a friend, a family member, or a third party, as in a third person that is involved with yourself or your partner when you're already with somebody, okay? It could also be, you know, it's you and your partner and an overbearing mother. It's you and your partner and your best friend or your uncle that's trying to get in your business. Take what resonates, okay? Environment. Gemini's environment. Thank you for these messages. This all has to do with a relationship, guys. Four of Wands. This has to do with family. This has to do with home. This has to do with contracts. Again, some of those contracts could be business employment contracts, so take that if it resonates. Again, general. But for lots of you, this has to do with some kind of family, home commitment. Okay? Again, some of you are going to a wedding, going to have some celebrations. This has to do sometimes with like harmony and homecoming. Some of you may be moving home. Take that if it resonates. Joy. Okay? And again, some of you, this all has to do with a relationship between two people and a decision that needs to be made. Interesting too, I'm looking at this here and it's two people standing in front of a castle. Something to do with a home, a commitment. Okay. What about hopes and fears? Hopes and fears for Gemini. Hopes and fears for Gemini. I've got Death and the King of Cups. The ending of a love situation. Lots of this is very, very clear cut, guys. Bottom of the deck, the Chariot. Moving forward with control and willpower and success and action. I'm hearing, I think it's Halsey. It's like, don't let me down. I need you right now. Don't let me, don't let me, don't let me down. Someone's sick and tired of being let down here. Hopes and fears. Hopes and fears for Gemini. Popped right back out, guys. Death. If any of you have lost anybody, my condolences. I'm giving you a virtual hug there. That's very, very hard. But for most of you in particular, this has to do with changes, ending something and starting something new, transitioning, transforming, having a rebirth, a renewal. And the thing is that, again, you have so many options. So many options. I feel like for some of you, and I'm hearing as well, like it's bittersweet. Some of you know that this ending is going to happen eventually. And again, I'm saying this with as much love as I can. Some of you are avoiding this. Some of you are avoiding this ending. And then there's some of you that feel like, oh, maybe the ending would be the right thing for everybody involved. But that's really hard to admit, right? And I feel like lots of you have that internal struggle right now. What's the potential outcome for Gemini? Potential outcome. Potential outcome. I saw Temperance. Beautiful. That all has to do with balance. And Gemini, I know that's something that you really want. That's something that you aim for, is just like, can I just have some peace? Can I just have some balance? Can everything just be relaxed? I'm hearing. Potential outcome for Gemini. Bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Wands. Communication. Having some kind of fast, needed movement and communication. All right. Swift action. Potential outcome for Gemini. Potential outcome. Potential outcome. Nine of Wands. Courage, persistence. This is a test in your faith. And again, like whatever you believe in. But this is about being, this, they call this the Wounded Warrior card, right? Going through a whole bunch of crap. Okay? A whole bunch of different things all at the same time. But you do have the persistence to get through it. Again, you have the courage to get through it. We saw the Strength card multiple times in this situation. The Knight of Swords as well, with you moving forward when you have to. Okay? You will be able to get through this, but you do also need to draw a line with your boundaries. And that's specific for somebody out there. All right. Also with the Death card, that's Scorpio. You may be dealing with a Scorpio. You could have Scorpio in your chart. The death, this may happen specifically in around October, November. All right. Just so you have some kind of timeline here with what we're seeing. On the bottom of the deck now I have the World. Again, all to do with completion. Some of you may be dealing with a fixed sign. There's 4 fixed signs. There's Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, and Taurus. You may be dealing with one of those signs. You may have those placements in your chart. Again, take what resonates. But this is about new beginnings, about transition, about accomplishment. Again, about closing a cycle and opening a brand new chapter. All right. Some of you may be working online. Some of you may get a job online. Okay. A lot of changes coming up here. A lot of changes. All right. Final words for Gemini, please. Breaking the deck, I have affection, number 12. And I have it deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be held. Some of you need to take some time and reflect on your own. Make the decision that is best for you. Your commitment is being tested as I'm breaking the deck. Again, the rest and retreat. Final words for Gemini, please. Bottom of the deck, it says, bring love into the situation. Final words for Gemini. All upright, please. Final words for Gemini. What else? bottom of the deck, we have 14, divination. Some of you, wrong way. Some of you are into mystery, secrets, the occult knowledge, things like tarot. Obviously, if you're reading my deck, that's something you vibe with. We have a number 27. That number may be significant to you, or a 2 or a 7. Banana, duality. Again, having to do with so much strength and so much options. And having that balance, right? We have adjustments are required. And I feel like in this reading, I'm pretty sure, I hope that that message got through to you, that adjustments are required. And I'm hearing that If It Makes You Happy song again. We have prosperity lies ahead. I told you, there's something going on that has to do with a miracle, whether it has to do with a windfall, a promotion, a great new opportunity when it comes to work. Take what resonates, but something's going on when it comes to financials, and it is something that you are going to benefit from. We all like that. And we have number 13, courage. Because you do have the courage to get through this, Gemini. You can get through anything that you put your mind to. You can. I really hope that this helps. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that is very much appreciated. And again, if you want a personal reading with me, all my information is in the description box. I appreciate your time, and have a great day, Gemini. I'm thinking about you.